Hey, Melanie, I've got your work up here, and I was just looking at your writing, and I want to address this. So let's take a look at the writing first. Here is my first iteration of the front of my Nobel Prize poster. I changed course and decided to use Barack Obama as my new laureate. I want to address that, and I'm okay with it, but I just want you to understand the ramifications of this kind of decision. So basically, we've looked at your sketches, we've commented on your sketches, right? So um, basically in a design setting, in a professional practice, this would be synonymous to getting the okay from a creative director and then changing your concept after getting the okay and before submitting your first draft. So your creative director, as you can imagine, if you are okay now, you give one concept in terms of sketches, right? And your creative director gives you comments on those sketches. And then you come back and you submit something that is completely different than the comment, the research, remarks, the comments, and the first iteration of the first concept, right? Your creative director is going to go, what the heck? What is going on here? This is not what we decided on. And I just want to make that specifically clear. It's okay as a student to change your decisions. That's perfectly fine. But it to make things really the way to do this would probably be to resubmit your sketches, your ideas, and your laureate, as well as your images you're going to use, as et cetera, et cetera. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look now. This is interesting. There's no doubt it's interesting. I like this kind of this kind of relationship here, the contrast of stacking this type here and then having this baseline turned on its axis to represent a horizontal baseline. I mean, I'm sorry, a vertical baseline. That's pretty interesting. I think that's interesting. So that's good. I like that. Then over here, a voice of unity and peace. So this is a nice cover, and I see you've got these other ghosted letters back here. I don't think we need those at all. I really don't. I think it's just kind of overkill a little bit. So, but I think this is okay, definitely. Now, where do we go from here, and how do we get there? And this is where I think that this is going to get a little bit sticky. Now, basically you've got pure typography on the front of the poster, right? So you haven't created any meaning using or incorporating any kind of illustrative techniques into the typography, like we saw in so many of the examples in those course announcements. So just a little concerned of how you're going to transpose or how you're going to create visual continuation from this to the back of the poster. You haven't really given yourself anything here to create a timeline with, other than this red line right here. Everything else is pure type. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to, let's say, over here. Here's a great example. So this isn't pure type. There's some meaning created here. This meaning is created typographically as this designer has incorporated illustration into the typography, right? So there's meaning being created here. All right, there's curiosity being created here, and I think that that's just pure coincidence that this is and I'm saying curiosity, but it's creating curiosity to the viewer seeing this test tube substituting the U. So if the viewer isn't familiar with Marie Curie, then they would be saying to themselves, "Wow, I wonder what I'm interested in seeing more." You see, so it's a hook. You got them now. You got them. So right now, I'm not sure we got them on the front, or if there's enough here to really use to build this kind of visual exaggeration, correspondence, substitution, simultaneity, and or transformation into the back of the poster. Okay, so you've done nothing wrong at all. I'm just saying I'm very interested to see where this is going to go and how we're going to transpose this into the back of the poster. One thing I would recommend is, since you're using reverse, which means black or dark background with white type, as opposed to a darker type on a lighter background. What you want to do when you reverse type is you want to open up your kerning a little bit. Okay, so you definitely want to open up that kerning, this is okay, but this definitely. Um, it also almost looks like they're emphasized unity and peace, and I'm not real sure we need to do so. Well, that's your choice. If you want to um, emphasize unity and peace, do so in a way that makes it very obvious. Right now, I don't think there's enough contrast between the first three words and then unity and peace. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm almost wondering if that's just the way this is being rendered, or if there is actually emphasis placed on these two words. If there is, and that's part of your concept, definitely make it very obvious that those are being emphasized. Okay. All right, Melanie. Good start. Good start. Good job. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. Thank you very much.